Good morning. Aloha from Florida. So I'm going to talk about one truth, two friends, and three questions. 1, 2, 3. The one truth is the Earth is an enclosed electrical topographical stationary plane. Fact. Truth. Two friends. Both of them are ball believers. Both of them are educated in the world system or the government indoctrination camps. One of them is a pilot. I spoke to him yesterday, face to face. He believes the Earth is a sphere. He regurgitated his indoctrination. He reminded me how well he did in school. For those of you who have people who bring up this argument on how smart they were in school, remember this. They assume that what they learned in school is true. They did not question what they were taught to believe. They did not question what they had to memorize and regurgitate onto a test in order to pass, in order to be told that they were smart. So my one friend, I'll call him friend one, he is a pilot with a very large airline, probably one of the best pilots and probably one of the most highly paid pilots on the earth. He thinks there's gravity. I asked him a question, which I'll share with you in a few minutes, and a few other things about flying in his plane. I think he was a little surprised that I knew what I knew about airplanes. And I even quoted my friend Brett, who was an aeronautical engineer, and some of his things. And he just had to say, well, gravity, satellites. Yeah, I know. He never looked into it. When I told him the Earth was flat a year or two ago, he just immediately, his cognitive dissonance kicked in. He went looking for confirmation bias and has beliefs and opinions that the Earth is a sphere. He has never researched reality. Friend number two, I've talked about him a couple times. He is a science teacher for 25 years now, I believe, teaching kids pseudoscience nonsense about the Earth. Again, he'd never looked into it. I have been asking him for 3 years to give me one proof for the globe. Of course, he hasn't done it. And we know why, because there is no proof for the globe. So that's one truth, the Earth is flat. Two friends, one's a pilot, one's a science teacher. They both are believing and sharing their opinions. Oh, this is the other thing about both of them. They both get visibly disturbed, angry on their face. My whole conversation yesterday, I was happy, I was calm, I was smiling intentionally throughout the whole conversation, and my other friend was getting visibly disturbed and angry in his facial expressions. The other friend hasn't talked to me in months now. The last thing I said to him is, look, bro, you're getting mad at me for telling you the truth instead of being mad at the institutions that are lying to you and lying to children everywhere. So that's the two friends. And then the three questions. Here's the one question I have asked both of these friends. This is a question that science should be able to answer easily. It should be settled science, but the scientific community cannot answer this question. At what scale does the natural physics of a large body of water change from being observably, measurably, and repeatably perfectly flat, level, to displaying convexity on its surface? Look at a pond or a pool or a lake or an ocean. Everything, when it comes to water, in a large body of water, is observably, measurably, and repeatably flat. We are told to believe that the Earth is a sphere with a almost 25,000 mile circumference, an almost 4,000 mile radius. So that means the claim is that at some scale, water stops, or the physics of water magically changes from being flat and level to being curved, being convex on the surface. At what scale can you see that and measure that? Nothing? No answer? Why? Because the natural physics of water does not change regardless of scale. The Earth is flat. So that's one question. At what scale do the natural physics of water change from being observably, measurably, repeatably flat to displaying convexity on its surface? The next question is, at what altitude does gravity lose its hold on something and allow it to float in space? All the space missions we've had, all the ISS spacewalks we've had, at what altitude does the gravity of the Earth lose its hold on something and allow it to float? That should be settled science, right? So, okay, the other one is the third question. At what altitude can you see and measure the alleged curvature of the Earth? Lots and lots of rocket launches. 50 miles, 60 miles. Now, people think they go further than that, but they don't. 70 miles is like maximum that anything has ever been away from the surface of our flat and stationary Earth. But this should be settled science too. At what altitude can you see and measure the alleged curvature of the Earth? All three of these questions prove the Earth is flat and stationary because you cannot answer them with any true science. Observable, measurable, repeatable science cannot answer any one of these three questions. So the one truth is the Earth is flat. I have two friends who get angry when I bring up flat Earth because they can't give any proof, and I won't buy the bullshit that they are trying to regurgitate to me, because I've actually looked into it and considered many, many, many different angles of the globe. In fact, it's weird, isn't it? As flat earthers, we know so much more about the globe than the people who believe in the globe. So the two friends, and then those three questions. Think about them, use them, ask your friends who still believe in the ball those three questions. See if they can answer. I bet they can't. Have a good day. God bless.